I want to welcome today Jonathan Rivera. And Jonathan is the author of our CapRight Student Housing Market Update. Welcome, Jonathan.
Thanks, Steve.
Let me ask you a little bit about this sector. I notice in the report you say that the quality of accommodation for students is improving. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so student housing has really matured over the past two or three decades. Um, there's not as much of the typical dorm style student housing in off-campus housing, and now it's become very comparable to Class A apartments.
And this is as a direct result of investing, new investment into the
Yeah,
sector.
that's correct. A lot of institutional capital has really upgraded student housing to be more of a Class A product, and that pretty much is, private bedrooms, maybe 2 to 4 bedrooms per apartment unit with shared kitchens and living spaces. Very impressive amenity packages with full fitness centers and often case swimming pools, lots of study rooms and study areas. And the quality has really gone up dramatically.
So what's driving the popularity of student housing?
Well, there's a couple factors. One is a lot of universities want to get out of residential housing and not building as much on campus. So there's already a built-in demand for more off-campus housing. A lot of it too is this is just a trend nationally. There's just not a lot of housing in general. So because of that, just the price of all housing, student housing included, has just gone up as far as rents. So those are some of the kind of main reasons that are really driving the demand for students.
So investors have been quick to spot the opportunity here, but there are some headwinds. Tell us about some challenges.
Yeah, so near-term headwinds, like many sectors, the uncertainty of the tariff policy has really, placed a burden on student housing in regards to replacement parts and upkeep. Student housing requires a lot more upkeep than a conventional apartment property because of the amount of turnover. The other headwind is in international students. There's a lot more restrictions on student visas now, and the United States is looking like a less attractive place for international students. And international students, while they're not a majority of those in student housing, they make up a significant part, mostly because international students are typically from wealthier families, and they typically pay full tuition price. So they're an important part of the student housing tenant base.
Yeah. But still, for investors, the return on investment is still better than conventional apartments.
Yeah, typically it is. It's good. It's a little bit better, somewhat comparable. The long-term prospects are very good though with student housing, mostly just because it's just getting harder to build in this country because of inflationary pressures, higher barriers to entry building residential. So, just like with conventional apartments, student housing, there's just not as much supply coming down the pipeline right now, which will pretty much ensure additional rental growth.
Yeah, so really, all in all, some positive messages for the sector. Well, thanks for coming in to talk about it today, and no doubt our listeners will read our report. Thank you, John.
Thank you, Steve. Appreciate it.